Yeah, we know.
Testing.
Yeah, we good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
With the GMS New Orleans camp, here to bring you a live camp. Prior to get started, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Takwadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Peace and salutation of hope be elect. You Akim, with your brothers and sisters in Hebrew that believe. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and for this live camp here, all right, we're going to kick it off here with this the St. Luke chapter 9. Get straight into it.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 9, starting at verse 52, and it reads, and sent messengers before his face. 62. Verse 62, Luke 9 and 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man had to put his hands to the plow, and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
And that's real. Let us Yahushua speak. All right, no man having put his hands to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, so you can't be caught up in this world, man. All right, and you have to be doing the work of the Lord. All right, if your hands are not on the plow, if your hands if your eyes are not singled towards the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're not fit to be a joint heir of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You know, get that Revelation.
All right, this is Revelation 22 and verse 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
12 point.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his works shall be.
God, my reward comes quickly, and the Lord is coming back to give every man his reward. All right. So if your hands are on a plow, you're looking back, you're not paying attention to the work. It's a reward of destruction that's going to come towards you, man. All right. Because if you're not doing the work of the Lord, man, you're pretty much doing the work of death. All right. Because that's what's ultimately going to come. All right. It's not going to be the everlasting life that's going to come behind not working for the Lord, man. You have to work for the Lord. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, man, that's your duty as an Israelite, you know? But you brothers got any precepts you want to get off?
Yeah, bro, step back a little bit.
So, yeah. We'll start with
God, so in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10 reads, wherefore the wrath of brethren, be diligent to make your calling and election sure. If ye do these things, you should never fail.
You do these things, you should never fail. All right, making our calling and election sure. So how we do that? All right, the Lord gives us a step-by-step, play-by-play booklet of what to do. All right, serve the Lord, doing the work. All right, having the faith into the Lord. All right, because faith and works coincide with each other. They have to coincide with each other. All right, brotherly love. All right, these are simple things. As long as we do the work and we show love and we have faith in Yahweh Shai, man, we can make it out of this thing, man. All right, Lord, when we be of that number and we receive those crowns, man, of completing the mission, all right, and receiving that just reward, all right, because as we brought out in that Revelation 22, the Lord said He's bringing a reward for the just and the unjust, all right. So which reward do you want, all right? And I can tell you now that unjust reward ain't gonna be as good as the just, you know. You got more on that, or was that it? You got it, Hezekiah.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Read to the ward and tangle this life again. Stop at that point. He that ward.
No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. All right. This is the most everything that we pretty much do other than the work here is secondary, man. All right. It's secondary behind the work of the Lord. All right. So we're not getting caught up with any type of affairs. All right. We're not trying to be caught up being a busybody. All right, because the moment that you be in a busybody, that's how you're going to be caught off guard like a thief in the night. All right, the Lord constantly mentions about a thief in the night because he's about to catch many people off guard. Okay, you got more than that? What was that?
Just to finish off that second part of the verse, it says, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to please him who chose us to be a soldier. All right, we are soldiers for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. This is our whole duty. All right, the whole duty and conclusion of the Israelite man is to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, so the Lord called us and chose us to be a soldier to fight in this spiritual war. All right, who are we to deny that? All right, who are we to deny the opportunity of a lifetime? All right, and that's something that's gotta be constantly pushed. All right, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Many are called, few are chosen. This opportunity will never place itself on the planet Earth ever again. All right, so if you choose to fuck off, you're going to be a fuck off in the kingdom. You're going to be of the less of the kingdom. All right, yeah, the feeble will be as David, but the ones that was doing the actual work, we're going to be as Yahushua, man. All right, we're going to be in that God-like, angelic-like power. You know, that's part of the rewards of overcoming in this thing, man. Those spiritual bodies. All right, all of these things are going to come if you continue to do the work of the Lord, man. You know, you got your precept, brother.
God, this is Galatians 6, chapter 7, and I want to read down to verse 9. It says, "Be not deceived, Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth shall he also reap. But he that soweth to his flesh shall reap the flesh, shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall reap the Spirit, shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." In verse 9 it says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not."
Read it one more time. Stop at the first verse.
This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
Though that he shall also reap. Okay? And that's where the saying, you reap what you sow come from. So whatever you dishing out, you're ultimately going to receive that. All right? People like to claim it as being that bitch named karma and so on and so forth. Hell nah, it's the Lord. All right? It's the Lord that's putting you in these situations. All right? But you got it.
Verse 8, it says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting, shall reap life everlasting."
So you constantly, deal with folly. That's what you're going to reap. Everything you're going to come is going to be that negative space. It's going to be that negative energy. All right. Ultimately, what's going to lead to your death. All right. But if you're reaping the things of the Spirit, man, if you're constantly trying to increase in the Spirit, you're going to reap the things of the Spirit. And what is that? More peace of mind. More wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, just the increase. It's the constantly increase. The more that you stay within the stead of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You got it.
Verse 9, and it says, "Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not."
Not be weary. Get that word weary. Bible shop. Because we can't be weary in this thing, man. This is the goddamn fourth quarter, man. And I gotta say this shit every time I bring out a lesson, man, just to know the importance of it. Again, my mind wraps around in sports, in fourth quarter, in any type of sports scenario is a serious time. All right, especially when you get to the last 2 minutes, last minute, because everything has to be operated to perfection. All right, and even trying to operate in perfection, you're weary at this time. You're dead shit tired. You can't breathe. You've been doing all this shit all day, and you're just tired. And what are we? We fed up. We in captivity, tired as shit, man. We're tired of fucking going to work. We tired of being under these goddamn devils in these molds, man. Constantly seeing all of this wickedness constantly been done around us. All right? You got it.
This is the word weary in the biblical usage is G1573 Ikakeo. It says to be utterly spiritless, to be wearied out, exhausted.
Utterly spiritless. Come on, man. Wear it out. To be worn out. All right? Jake is worn out, man. Brother's been pushing in this thing for 20 years plus. All right, us being younger brothers, been in this thing about 5-6 years. Feel like I've been in this thing about 30. You know, but this shit is tiring, man. And Jake gotta constantly wake up and pray to the Lord. Ultimately, you know, thank the Lord for you know waking us up to do this work, but to remain to keep our hands on the plow. You know.
Yeah, I want to say this too. Basically, what it's saying that verse and that definition is basically like, you're not supposed to get tired, man, doing this thing, man.
At all.
You're not supposed to, hey, man, get weary. You know, especially, hey, man, the times we're in, man, saying, man, our salvation is near to believe. You know, we can't get tired, man. We're really supposed to be more on fire, man.
Yeah.
It's the best of our ability, man. You're not supposed to slack, be in a slothful spirit. You know, like Scripture say, man, be not slothful in business, man. Roughly paraphrasing. You know, especially, man, knowing that, hey, man, that reward is near unto us, man. Knowing that, hey, man, we're about to be crowned for the works that we're doing, the righteous works. Hey, man, we can't get tired, man. Hey, like brother say, man, we're in the last quarter, man. We're in the last second of times, man, of doing this work, man. We got to make it count. You got it.
Gotta make it count, man. Again, opportunity of a lifetime. That's gotta be, you know, a point push, man. All right. Imagine, you know, having a reward that's never going to be placed on the earth, man, ever again. You know, there's only one opportunity to get this reward, and the Lord has called you to do it. Of all people, of all the billions of people of the world, you, me, you know, and it goes even deeper than that. You know, who is this for? It's not only for me. Hey, I got a fucking family. I got a bloodline that stems through me, you know. So this is who I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my brothers who I'm fighting alongside with, you know. And that's the mindset of this thing, man. Because we know that the job is not finished; it's almost finished, you know. But no matter what, we can't lose focus, man. We can't afford to lose focus at any time, man. We can't be taken away, like I said, as a thief in the night, man. You know. That was it on that, right? You got something? You got it, brother.
This is Matthew 11, and start at 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and all heaven laden. It's like you need to start. It's Matthew 11, red letters, Yahweh speaking. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest in your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
My yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. All right? The Lord called us to do this job because he knew that we could do this job. All right? He gave us this opportunity to do this because he know that we're going to overcome. Lord willing, we have that number, man. All right? So, again, this is not nothing to really, you know, stress over, especially if you know that the Lord got you. If you have your faith aligned where it's supposed to be, which is in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there's no way you can fail, man. Right? We're dealing with a power that cannot fail us, that cannot lie. He tells you that he cannot lie. He tells you everything that he's going to do before it happens, you know, just so we can believe it even more. Everything that the Lord does is for us, man, and it's for us to continue to push, man. Right. We got a crowd of angels, man. Of shit that we can't even see right now, of people trying to get us going, motivating us, you know, hyping us up. Man, keep going, Azari. Keep going, Ahmad. Keep going, Judah Kazar. Keep going, Hezekiah. Keep going. Keep pushing in this thing, man. Because they see, you know, again, Lord willing, we have that number, that we have those crowns waiting on us. They see that we are those heirs to the throne in breaking down the edges, you know, of the crowning ceremony. You know, those visions are already put out, and Lord willing, again, that those angels in those old visions is us nearly getting those crowns, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Con. And basically, I'm gonna back you up, brother. Like, and the precept that brothers brought out. You know, Lord, he give us that rest, man. You know, that peace of mind. You know, we catching hell. You know, hey man, we work, you know, all the time, man. Even though, hey man, we stressed out. You know what I'm saying? We wore out. You know. But at the end of the day, man, we got rest, we got peace of mind, knowing that, hey, man, this ain't forever, man. This is not the end all be all. You know? Even to a point where that's why, hey, man, we catch hell, in a sense, man. Not only for, hey, man, to purify us, also, hey, man, keep us locked in. For the, hey, man, the kingdom to come to where, hey, we're going to obtain eternal rest, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, man, like Scripture say, this is not our rest. So, of course, hey, Lord, he got to, hey, we got to, he got to make it hard for us, man. Hey, we in the path of difficulty, you know, this thing of ours. You know, but at the end of the day, we still got peace of mind to knowing that, hey, man, if we overcome this thing, hey, we're going to receive that reward, man, of everlasting.
Bobby Shaw, you already know, boy. You can get that rest allowed for me. Bobby Shaw.
Oh, yeah, second notice.
Let's get that real quick. This Saint, you have more?
No, that was it.
Okay, now let's get that Saint John, that Matthew.
Con, this is St. John, chapter 14 and verse 16, and it says, I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not adore him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. Verse 18, it says, I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you.
I will not leave you comfortless, all right? So the Lord has not left us comfortless here in this captivity, man. All right, we have the Spirit. We have the scriptures. We have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? But again, you know, the point is of the Lord not leaving us comfortless. The Lord being here with us the whole time, you know, encouraging us to continue to push, all right? If the Lord wasn't encouraging us to continue in the truth, we wouldn't have the truth. This thing would have been cut off a long time ago and nobody wouldn't have the understanding. But the understanding is open right now. The teachers are on the highways and byways right now, you know, for a reason, for the understanding to be, for the elect to be sealed, you know. But I think that was it on that. Let's get that Matthew, then we could go around again and get precepts off.
This book of Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said to him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, and he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So this is an example of reaping, you know, what you sow. All right. So if you're gonna like what it said, verily I say unto you that ye have followed me in the regeneration. All right. We're reaping the benefits of following Yahushua in the regeneration. All right. And that this is a reincarnation scripture, because it tells you know that his men will be here, the disciples here preaching at these end times. You know, the word will be out and about on the highways and byways, or going across the four corners of the earth.
Okay, but continue. Okay, Luke 19:29.
So like, let me get that last part. And that ye have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man should sit in the throne of his glory, ye also should sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And again, furthermore, the point, you know, that reward that you're going to get. All right. That's a reward to be a ruler of the 12 tribes. All right. To be of the 144,000. All right. We're talking of 144,000. And to my knowledge right now, what is it? Is 8 continents on the, is it 7 or 8 continents?
7 continents.
7 continents, but they say it's about 8 billion people in the world. Roughly 9 billion. But that 9 billion versus 144,000.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. All right. So that's the thinking that you have to be on to know how special you truly are. You know, and how special the reward is of finishing this thing, because this is something that everybody can do. The Lord chose you to do this job because He knows again that you can finish this job, and it's for you to finish. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say something too. Like basically, hey man, we could be above average in the kingdom, man. Yeah. Above average. You know, because they average Israelite, he go living good, man. You know what I'm saying? They will have everlasting life, you know, things like that. But to be of that ruling class, you know what I'm saying, being joint heirs with Yahushua, that 144,000, man, that's gonna be special, man. You know? Yeah, can't nothing top that, man. You know, but that's what come up to us, man. If we didn't do it to them. You know, go ahead.
It's like I'm having a brain fart about this precept in Corinthians. The terrestrial and the celestial. Yeah, it's one. I just remember those words, terrestrial and celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah, just back up what the brother just said.
Yeah, 40. 1540.
Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 40. It says, there are celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
All right, and you know, if you want to get I'm not big on the words, but I understand terrestrial and terrain, you know, goes back into, you know, being on the ground, you know, being on the earth. All right, but the celestial being the angelic body. All right, that's going to be the reward for the elect. All right, these heathens. All right, they're not going to have these angelic angelic bodies. All right, they're not going to have these bodies that have the law, statutes, commandments, and inward parts because it's not for them. Okay, we're going to have it, and we're going to have those angelic bodies because, like what the Lord says when He returns, He said we're going to be like unto Him. We're going to be like the Lord when we see the Lord. So we're going to be, fully in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to the max. Not on this low level that we in right now, which is really not a low level because we have the Spirit. Right? Nothing with the Spirit is a low level. But the fact that we can't go off no more, that's amazing. Come on, man. But that's the fucking reward.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. We gotta, bro. This shit exciting, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, back you up, bro. Like, cause the only way, man, like we forsook. That's what we forsook. We forsook everything on this world. Cause we could be, these top guys in the world if we wanted to, brother. You know what I'm saying? Cause brothers in the truth, man, they got all types of talent, man. Jack of all trades. That they could have riches, fame, glory. But nah, they forsook that, man. For what? They eternal way of glory, man. Cause all the glory in this world is vain. So it's gonna be, man, burnt up, man, dissolved. But then they may fight for something that's everlasting, man, not temporary. You got it.
Could I add to that? Actually, I was
No.
saying.
Oh yeah, holy peace, bro.
You got it.
Yeah,
We under kind of like strict orders. Right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
No. It's a lot.
Read from the top.
Yeah, start back from the top to read through that. What is it?
The book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all.
We have forsaken all. Backing up what the brother just said. We've forsaken everything, man. All right? Brothers know that, hey, brother, I could go get me this type of job and go get this type of money, go overseas and go live this type of life and so on and so forth. But Jake don't want that shit, man. All right? That's not where my end goal does not align with being here in this goddamn hellhole, man. All right? My end goal is to be in rulership. Okay? But forsaking everything, all right? None of this shit matters. Knowing that none of these things does not compare in any shape or form to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and to the reward that the Lord said He's going to give us. All right?
Yeah, well, that's difficult to Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? That's difficult. That's why, hey, man, we're called to be soldiers. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal in hardness, man. So, hey, we got to make difficult decisions, man. One of those difficult decisions is forsaking all. Say everything we desire. Fleshly desire, we worldly desire. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, hey, all for us to do that, hey, no. But we know what we're fighting for, though. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, the eternal way of glory. You got it.
No, we got to finish.
Yes, they got more, yeah.
I'm going to start back at the top and read on down.
Yeah, you can finish it up.
Luke 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. And what shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that you which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 tribes, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
Satan, all right. Then they got the other precept that when it talks about hating your mother, your father, and so on and so forth, but it doesn't go into actually hate, all right? Just making that on the back burner, loving less, all right? So we're forsaking these things. Yeah, we do have to work. Yeah, we have to do get our daily bread, all right? Yeah, it's a lot of things that we love to do on our off time that we feel like we have to do, but again, the work always has to come first. Always got to keep the first things first, all right? And that's how everything, flows, how it needs to be, keeping the first things first.
First thing first. And really, man, the things that we do have, in this world, all it does, it just, hey, man, for it to suffice us, man, to be in this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, we want to put in this earth, we want to put here to follow our worldly desires, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get women, trying to get, hey, man, the high-paying job. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just, hey man, all the worldly possessions that you want, you're not gonna get it. Because you want to sit here for that, man. You want to sit there, hey man, to do what you desire to do, man. You was put here to do what you was purposed to do, man. Was to do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You got it?
But this is 1 Corinthians 7:31. And they that use this world as not abusing it,
Mhm.
The fashion of this world passing away.
Yeah.
So we know that this world is passing away. All right. This age, this eon, this rulership. You know, this is going to pass away very, very soon. All right. But again, it says as not abusing it. All right, as they that use this world, not abusing it. All right, so we got to use that righteous God, that righteous Yahweh, you know, any chance that we get.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Lord got us here to do these things, man. All right, we're here to do the work and to get over to the best of our ability to make sure that we can keep doing the work. All right, it's not getting caught up to being a busybody, not getting caught up getting 2 or 3 jobs, trying to, you know, make it here to the standard of this life. Again, like what it says in the book of Haggai 1:6, I believe. You know, we got holes in our pockets, man.
Yeah.
And we're in captivity. It's a cap. It's something that we're never going to reach that cap. If you ever reach anything above that cap, something wrong is probably about to happen because you're not supposed to be making it here. The Lord said that his men are not going to be living luxury, and we're going to be of the lowly. We're going to be what we said, the rich sitting in a low place. Right? The rich in spirit, not rich in pockets, rich in spirit. We're in the low place.
Yeah.
Okay. You finished it off, right?
Yeah,
That was it on that. We could get. I just told you what verse 11 says.
No, you gotta ask them.
That's verse 11. Hebrews, the Noah, not Noah, the Moses. Yeah, you can get it.
This is Hebrews 11 in verse 24. It said, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Choosing rather, read that part again, like choosing rather affliction.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
So that is an example right there of Moses forsaken. All right, he forsaken, you know, the riches that he had, the royalty that he had, you know, because he knew that ultimately this wasn't going to last as long as the kingdom is, because we know that the kingdom is forever. All right, so anything that you really, you can't compare nothing to the kingdom. All right, and that's the value that it holds. Okay, so knowing that you're striving for something that can't even have a price on it, that should make it even more valuable in your head. All right.
I got proof for us.
You got it.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding a eternal way of glory. Kind of just backing up that precept, hey man, you know, the things that we're suffering, you know what I'm saying, being part of this truth. You know what I'm saying? All it does is it's gonna lead to what? An eternal way of glory, man. To way, man. It's cool. Basically, man, all the things that we forsook, that we lost on this side, we gonna gain it all back, man. There's something and more.
Was that in the? I think that was in the Matthew, right? The 100-fold?
Yeah.
We read it. We read it?
Yeah, we read it.
Oh, so like,
Yeah, we read it.
I probably spoke them, but I just didn't read it. But you got the feet buffer shop.
This Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them, and that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as Yahweh, as the angel of Yahweh before them.
All right, so we talking about levels to these things, man. All right, as feeble as David is probably, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a compliment of compliments, you know, but still on a low level though. It's like, but it's still not nothing negative, you know, because it's still King David who killed tens of thousands. All right, we're talking about the King David who is a man of the Lord's heart. All right, this is who we talk about, and this is the feeble of Israel gonna be like unto him. But the house of David that he blessed. What this is the house of David gonna be?
The house of David shall be as power as angel of Yahweh before them.
God. Again, we should be in that angelic in the angelic state, all right, in that celestial body. All right, man, like those everything that we've been, you know, seeing our entire lives, like the brothers like to go into with the anime, the movies, the superhero movies, the X-Men, and so on and so forth. Man, that's a depiction, you know, of Israel. you know, at our peak with those spiritual powers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, man, to know that something that we dreamed of as children, you know, you can't tell me not every man that walked this earth wanted to be a superhero at some point in time in their life, bro. And to know that that shit is actually real, but it's actually in a spiritual sense, and it's for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's how special, you know, that we have to, again, think of this opportunity, man. The Lord called us to do this, man, and it's never going to be done again, bro. But it's going to be on a glorious level, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be written about. We're going to have books written about us. We're going to have stories written about us. All right. You can get on deck too, because we can, you know, start kind of harping more on like the rewards, man. More of the rewards, because it's a lot of rewards. We got many mansions. You know, brothers can get that on deck. We can get the Amawad scripture. The one should become a nation. The Isaiah 60, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 60. Yeah,
Kind. Barbara Shop, we can bring that up. I love that scripture. To know, you know, because I'm a brother, you know, who don't have children. You know, I want children. You know, not here in this goddamn world. Let's clarify that. Don't want no children nowhere to step place here in this goddamn captivity. Lord willing, it don't happen, but still, you know, I want that to happen. But the Lord tells us that in the kingdom, you know, when we start having our children, how it's going to be, and that's going to be amazing, you know. So, let's get it. Oh no. I want the Isaiah real quick. Here we go.
This is Isaiah 60 in verse 21, points to 22. It says, "Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting." So,
read that, inherit the land forever.
they shall inherit the land forever.
We're going to be back in our land, all right? That's part of the rewards. We finally get our land back. We get these damn Amalekites, these JOOs, you know, out of our crib, man. You know, and the bullshit that they done over there. And ain't this year they supposed to have a Moism concert, the biggest Moism concert ever placed in the land, in our holy land? Like, come on, man. And you want to say that's the people? Like, no, these people need fucking destruction. They need fire. You know, the missiles need to drop that day, specifically at that place right there. Like, come on, man. But let's get some more track.
The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
A little one should become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Come on, man. And that's coming from the loins of a righteous man. All right? And when we talk about you 2/3 coming back in the Hebrew Huggies, that's how you're going to come back, man. All right? You're going to come through again with a righteous man loins, and you're going to come back with many brothers and sisters. All right? And it's going to seem like it's a nation, you know? And how can you tell it's going to be a nation? Because the Lord also mentions this as a reward.
God, this is John chapter 14, verse 2. It says, in my Father's house are many mansions. Mm-hmm. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. Mm-hmm. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also.
God, one more time. Let's stop at the third verse.
This is John 14 in verse 2. It says, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you.
I would not have told you. All right. So again, we know that the Lord is a man, a power that cannot lie. So he just mentioned here there's many mansions. All right. Keep going.
I go to prepare a place for you. Mm-hmm. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also.
Come. All right. So just being having those many mansions prepared. All right. Which those mansions could go into worlds, you know, different planets. All right. So we're talking about, you know, that one that has become a nation. Come on, man. We might have a whole planet inhabited of your seed. That's crazy. Like, come on, man. And I like to, paint pictures in, brothers' heads and shit. If you think about like mass numbers of people all in one place, our minds can't really go that far. We don't really see too many, big events like that. But one of the biggest things that we can see out here is like a football game or a basketball game where we see 100,000 people, 150,000 people, and that's a lot. And it's loud as shit when you're in there. But imagine that being just that
All your
small amount
kids.
being all your kids. That's still not a nation. That's still not a nation of people. That's 150,000 people, but that's still not a nation of people. So your kids are gonna outmount that. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
I got the word actions in the whole etymology.
You got it.
It said chief residence of a lord, state, permanent abode, house, habitations.
Like that first chief residence of the Lord. My Lord, jeez.
And it says a stop or stage of a journey, temporary home.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be temporary for us. All right, everything that we're gonna have is gonna be planned. All right, this kingdom is not gonna be translated anymore, man. All right, there's no more after this. All right, it's Israel back at the top and everything back to where it's supposed to be. All right, no more wickedness, no more going astray. All right, we're going to keep these heathen under subjection because they're going to be doing wicked shit and going astray. All right, because they're not going to have the law, statutes, commandments, and the inward parts like us. But again, man, once we back in rulership, man, this shit is going to be back rolling how it needed to be.
But you brothers, we can get some more precepts off. Yeah, you ain't going to. You got to be on perfect. Let's go to Psalms chapter 16, verse 11. Thou wilt shew me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
So like read one more time.
Book of Psalms chapter 16, verse 11. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
God, at that right hand. All right, that right hand is what it says, the pleasures evermore.
Yeah, it says, at that right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
Forevermore, man. This is going to be an abundance, man, an innumerable amount of just constant blessings, man, constantly being flowing through Israel, man. Like, come on.
It's Luke chapter 12, verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. That's that pleasure, man. The kingdom, man.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes. Pleasure, man. The pleasure of the kingdom. Oh, but we shot it. We didn't get it. The rest is allowed.
Ezra? Yeah.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
If you got it.
This is 2nd Ezra 8 and verse 52. It says, for unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenty is made ready. The city is builded. And rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
Start back at the plentiness is ready.
Yeah, no, read verse 51.
Oh,
Yeah, 51, yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 8 and verse 51. And it says, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Yeah, that's the glory for the seek, man. That's 8. It's telling you verse 52. Because every Jake wants glory in some type of way, man.
Right.
But this the glory we really supposed to seek it for, man. Because this for us, man. For everlasting. You got it.
Verse 52, it says, for unto you paradise is open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenty is made ready. A city is built and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
Kind of perfect. So like,
You want to read that?
yeah.
Paradise is open.
Before that, I was talking to that, but it's like,
Time has come. Plenty.
just read it one more time. It's like,
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 52. It says, for unto you paradise is open.
kind to unto you, the elect. All right, paradise is open. All right, because we're going to be the first fruits. Okay, we're going to be the first fruits to receive our kingdom. All right, having these heathen under subjection, we're going to be the first people to see this and execute all of these things. Okay, but continue on.
It says the tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared.
Yep.
Plenty is made ready.
Because then the Lord said the time is prepared. So the Lord just told you here that He has many mansions, and He wouldn't have told you these things if He hasn't been doing it. You know, but it's telling you here that the kingdom is prepared. All right, keep going.
Yeah, but he said plenteous, right?
Plenteous,
Yeah, we're going to our plenteous means fruitful, man. So hey, man, we're gonna have ability to be fruitful and multiply, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We get to complete one of the our law, statute, commandments. You know, to the best, to the full ability, not the best of our ability. We're gonna be fruitful and multiplying to the max ability.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, we could do it right now, but it's not the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Everything is lawful but not expedient. Huh?
No, you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, everything is not everything. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, all this are lawful, but not expedient. Not expedient.
All things are not. You said it.
Expedient, yeah, expedient, bro. You got it.
But you got it, bro.
All right. It says a city is builded and rest is allowed.
A city is built and rest is allowed. Man, that precept brings so much peace to my ears when I hear that. You know, when Jay be going through, you know, those moments where it's just stressful, man. You know, we constantly go through this thing. It's constant hell that brothers catch every day. But to finally know that there is rest out there, all right, that peaceful place that we always been looking for to keep us at ease. We finally found that place, and that is specifically for us. Like, come on, it makes it even better. The more you talk about it, the more that you fully understand that this is truly something that the Lord wants to get to you. You know, this is not no shit that the Lord is trying to gatekeep from us, like how niggas do in this world. Niggas find something good or hear something about something good and don't want to tell nobody. They want to hearken everything to themselves. They want all the rewards to themselves. But we dealing with a righteous, you know, a righteous power, man. Our big brother, you know, who sees us as brothers and wants to show love to everybody, you know, to not everybody, to his people, you know, specifically his men that's been working for him, man, you know. But we could go another round and get some more precepts.
No, read down to 53 to 54.
It says, you want to read the 53 and 54?
Yeah, guys. I'll go
This
together.
is the latter part of that 52. It says, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you.
Yeah. The root of evil is sealed up from you. All right. It said before that, perfect goodness. All right. No more evil. All right. What is the wages of sin is death. All right. So no more sin equals no more death. All right. You on?
And it says, weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten.
Get that word from me, Dr. Sean?
Which one?
What's I can hear that word. Moth?
Moth.
Moth?
Yeah, like the fly moth.
Oh, moth.
Yeah, it was all that boils down to, man. We obtain that second covenant, man. Which the law, statutes, commandments, we're not irreplaceable, man. To where we don't go off no more, and we don't go off no more. To where, man, we ain't gotta be put in captivity. Cause why we in captivity? Cause hey, we went off, man. You know. So man, once we be fully righteous, man. Hey, we won't be brought down low again, man. You know, and we ain't gotta worry about dying no more either, man. Cause we gonna have everlasting life, man, with these new bodies, immortal bodies, man.
What you call and it says, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasures of immortality.
Just for a moment, man. All these things is going to seem like it's like a bad dream, you know? Jay finally going to be waking up from that bad dream into everlasting life, man. Everlasting glory, everlasting peace, all right? To finally know what it's like, again, to rest. Brothers don't know what rest is, man. Yeah. Like, we can claim we know what it is. Jay think about, 7 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, Jay still wake up tired as a bitch. Like, come on, man, just to go slave for this devil, just to be under this goddamn sun, fucking roasting and burning us every goddamn day. Come on, man. It profit nothing. We constantly do this shit to profit, to get nowhere. All right, but if we work for the Lord, we keep our hands on that plow, we profit everything. All right, and that's what we gotta remember, man.
I got precept.
Yep.
It's Psalms 126, verse 1. I'm gonna start verse 1.
Yep.
And when the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, our tongue with singing. Then say they among the heathen, the Lord have done a great thing for them. The Lord have done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy.
Reap and joy.
He that goeth forth at weeping, bearing precious seeds, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him.
Come on,
That's
man.
all the kingdom, bro.
Yes.
Like once a Lord deliver us, man, it's gonna be like a dream.
Yeah.
Because hey, man, when we talk about this, man, hey, man, our future kids, you know what I'm saying, that we gonna bring forth. You know, they ain't gonna believe that, man.
Yeah.
That we was in captivity, man. We was under these heathens, man, Esau. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna believe it. You know? So that's what we waiting on, man. You know what I'm saying? And really, man, we're not even dreaming, man. It's a vision. You know, because a dream is something that, hey, you know, it happens when you sleep. You know, in a sense. But a vision is something that, hey, man, you wide awake. That's what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we had that vision, man. That vision is gonna come to pass, man. You got it.
That's part of that, you know, the comforter too. You know, the Lord giving us that spirit and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But like you said, part of having that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding leads to having those visions. All right. So when you have those visions, again, it just makes you planted and grounded in the faith even more. You know, because you know that the Lord is working through you.
I wouldn't even say it's not even our vision. It's the Lord's vision
Lord's
for
vision.
us, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This the Lord's vision. Hey, these scriptures is the Lord's vision for us.
Yeah.
You know? And it's gonna come to pass, man. Hey, man, the Lord is not a man that shall not lie.
Yeah.
So whatever he vision, whatever he got planned for us, man, it's going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta believe in, man. That's why, hey, man, that's what we trust in the Lord, man. You know, to where, hey, man, you gonna bring that vision. You know, you got it.
Yeah, you can hold that. We can get that real quick. Sirach 44, you know, in one. Where did I tell you grab something?
Yeah, 1 John 3 and 2.
What is it? Yeah, we can get that. It'll fall back into the Hebrews. Let's get the verse, John.
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and doeth not yet appear what we shall be.
Yeah.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
You know, I quoted it earlier, but as it says again, you know, when the Lord shall appear, we should be like unto him, right? We should see him, right? Again, furthermore, backing up the point of us, you know, getting those new bodies, all right? And what the brother did, we're going to, since we've been roughly speaking about the new covenant of the laws being the inward parts, let's go ahead and edify that real quick too, so guys know what to find.
This is Hebrews 8. You want to start at 8?
It's 6.
6. This is Hebrews 8 and verse 6. It says, but now have he obtained a more excellent ministry,
Yep.
by how much also he is a mediator of a better covenant.
Better covenant, all right? Which we know it was. I'm jumping again slightly, but
Which was established upon better promises. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place be sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
so that's the point you got to clarify for fault with them, all right? Because nothing was wrong with the first covenant, all right?
Which was given by Moses.
Which was given by Moses, all right? It was us that went off. It's us that in the flesh that again strayed away from Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. All right, but again, this new covenant here being on better promises. So the Lord again covering all corners to make sure, hey, this time I'm gonna make sure y'all never go up. This shit ain't gonna never happen again, and I'm gonna make sure that it don't happen. And this is how I'm gonna make it happen.
Was they begin by Yahushua, man?
Yep.
You got it.
Yep, you got it.
Verse 9, it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said Yahweh.
Yep.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Yahweh. I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people.
So reconnected back to the source of power. All right, the power, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. All right, it was
For this covenant, I'm making to the Lord was like,
Yeah, not according to the covenant. We made that point.
Yeah.
Moses.
yeah, I think pretty much got to read off. And they should not teach.
Oh no, keep on. Verse 11.
All right, this is verse 11, and it says, "And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, for from the least to the greatest."
Everybody, the name Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will rain terror, to these heathen again, right? And it will rain praises from his men and his people, when we're back at the top. Okay, you got it.
Okay, this is verse 12. It says, "For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness and their sins and their iniquities, will I remember them no more."
Yep, and that's either you're going to do it right the first time and try to make it to the chariots, without being destroyed and receive this, or you come through the Hebrew Huggies and again, just have to go through it that way. All right, but again, it's a like it's I forget the saying that you like to say. Either get caught up with it or burnt up.
Oh yeah, you prepare to lose it, or prepare to be burnt up with it.
You prepare to lose it or burnt up with it. Pretty much. These niggas here, man. They not gonna get it at the end of the day, man. All right, 2/3 of Israel is just allotted for you niggas not to get this thing, man. And you just have to get it in the kingdom once it's in your inward parts. Once the covenant, the new covenant is in your inward parts, man.
And they gotta be born.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep. But we can go another round. Yeah, you ain't. Well, no, it's like.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, both y'all said y'all had precept to back up each other.
Yeah, I had a.
We'll bring that out real quick. And then bring that out. Then we just kind of.
Yeah, this is Romans 8:16. It says, "The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be glorified together."
Suffer with him. So, carrying that cross, the Lord requires us to carry our cross. Carry the burdens and the bullshit of life, just as he did, as he walked and had to carry his cross, But again, it says, what it says after you go through these things.
It says, "If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together."
God, be glorified together. So if we suffer for the Lord, we're going to be glorified with the Lord. It talks about being heirs to the throne, man. We are joint heirs to the throne, man. Right?
Yeah, I want to say too. What it means to be an heir. It means to inherit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, man, we will set to inherit everything Yahushua going to inherit, man. Was it what? You got it in 1 John 3. Those new bodies. Those immortal bodies. And also too, man, which I don't know brothers go get into it, but hey, man, the earth, possessing the earth. These heathens. They're having no slaves in captivity. You know what I'm saying? And basically, man, everything else, man. That's it.
That was it on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You said that was the precept. You gonna hold up on that? Yeah,
This is Baruch 2 and verse 34, and it says, "And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished."
Come on, man. This is still stemming from the promises of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is how long that the Lord has still been maintaining his word, maintaining his promises to give us our land again, and even though we don't deserve it. We have been deserving of death so long and deserving of just being completely wiped out as a nation for so long, but the Lord has been constantly having that mercy and being a man of his word, that's just it's amazing, man. For again, for this opportunity that you be placed in front of us, man. But
And verse 35, and it says, "And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
God, because we also know it was the doings of the Lord. All right, we pissed the Lord off, so the Lord used these other nations to put us in captivity, to drive us, through the four corners of the earth, wherever we may be scattered around the place. The Lord did these things. But read that last part again.
I got it. Yeah.
You got
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It said, I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I have given them.
God, yeah, pretty much. We're not going to be driven out anymore, man. We're not going to be driven out into captivity no more. All right, we're going to be back in rulership, back in our land. And just back in rulership overall. Israel being back at the top. Kwame Yasharala. You got it. That was it on that, huh?
Yeah. This book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 13. Ezra 9 and 13. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our power, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such.
Read that part one more time.
It reads, and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our power, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve.
Less than what we actually deserve. All right? Come on, man. Jake forsake the Lord. All right? We literally chased after other gods before. We've been supposed to be put to death. Jake has committed adultery multiple times. Been supposed to be put to death. There's so many things that Jake has. The Lord has so much mercy on us. It's ridiculous, man. But we can't take that for granted. Who are you to do all of this shit and still not serve the Lord? That's a slap in the face. That's I even gave you time to get right, and you still chose not to get right with me. Like how much disrespect do you think I'm gonna tolerate? Hey, come on, man. People take the Lord as a joke, man. They take the Lord. They really take that Jesus, blonde hair, dog-headed, devil, and places him in the place of our Lord, man. And our Lord is not dealing, with bullshit no more, man. All right, he coming back to get the business clear, ultimately. All right, and we put his people back at the top, where we deserve to be. You want to say something?
I don't think you have finished.
Yeah, that last part. I was reading it again.
Oh, go ahead. It's like.
Ezra 9:13. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our power, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this.
God, but we're ultimately going to be, after all of that, we still going to be delivered, and that's amazing, man. That's amazing that we have that mediator, that specifically, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So knowing that you have this, man, use this. This is the opportunity to use. This is not an opportunity to fuck off, man. All right. You're fucking off some valuable time right now. All right. And we ain't got a lot of time, So again, keep your hands on the plow and try to turn it to the next gear if you can, and look for the next gear after that. All right. We have to constantly look for more ways to constantly increase, because the times are short. All right. The times are short, and man, if you ain't got it, man, it's getting tough. Let's just say that. All right, it's getting tough, and it's gonna get tougher if you ain't got it, if you don't got it right now. All right, and when I say it, that means the spirit, man, the spirit, the truth, this understanding. All right, you have to seek the Lord. Brother can get that. Seek Him 10 times more.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Come on, bring it up.
This is Baruch 4 in verse, start at 26. It says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for he shall be remembered. Salakia, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
So being remembered, always got to break it up with the Ezekiel 9:6, the sign of crying. That's how we're trying to be remembered. We're crying to the Lord, But keep going.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more. All right. So from the beginning, all right, we forsaken the Lord. All right. We chose these other gods. We chose all of these other things that was not delighting in front of the sight of the Lord. All right. But knowing that we have an opportunity to come back to him, do it 10 times more. Have that urgency. Have that fire lit underneath you to get back under the defense of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Because basically, right now, you're defenseless. All right? In a time where it's about to be mass chaos, a time of no other, you're defenseless. And that right there should be a red flag in your head. I should be doing things to make myself ready for these times to come. All right? And the Lord told exactly what you need to do. All right? Stay in the spirit. As long as you stay in the spirit, you're going to be protected in this time. All right? I gave this book and I gave this understanding to my men for the times of trouble, for them to be at peace in that time, for them to make it in the time, because there's going to be some scary times, man. Just like how that, I was just watching LBI Shalom, he constantly mentions, JT being for the 2/3 and, not for the other nations like it. For the 2/3 specifically, the other nations are pretty much going to get the destruction as well. But the point being is that we're going to be in the midst of it as well. The destruction is not for us, it's for them, but we're still going to see that type of shit happen. All right? We're still going to have our hearts racing 1,000 miles an hour because we just seen somebody get blown to fucking pieces, What it says that the righteous scarcely be saved.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be things that your life is going to be so close on the line of being took, but whatever it is, the Lord has let you know that His men, even in those times, their faith is not going to fail. All right. They're not going to fall weak in those times. They're not going to forsake the Lord in those times, and therefore, the Lord will save you in that time of trouble. But you got it, brother.
It's Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Yep.
Call ye upon him while he is near.
Call upon you while he is near. All right. So again, we know that the Lord is still near. How? Because his men are still on the highways and byways. We're still right here on a Saturday. Brothers out on Friday. Pretty much every day of the week, a brother is driving a lesson or some type of live video. All right. So the word's still being pushed out. So therefore, that points like that you had just made. The Lord is near. The Lord is near. Slightly. Not very quiet. But yeah.
Verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thought. And let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him.
And that's the walks of damn near every man in his truth, man. All right, we forsake those ways. All right, and we're taking the Lord upon His word. All right, we have a lawyer, a mediator right here who's telling us, hey, come back through me, and all the crimes that you just did, all the crimes that you've been doing for these past 20 to 30 years, I'm going to forget all that. Just come here and serve me. Serve me. Do what you're supposed to be doing from the beginning, and I got you. All right, and to me, that seems like a pretty good, even exchange. Come back and do the work for the Lord, and I'm going to pay you. Seems right, right?
Just the last little bit. Yep. Into our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
He will abundantly pardon. And that's a hell of a word to use for pardon and mediator and lawyer. That the Lord is for us. We're looking to be pardoned, man. As we know as our righteousness as filthy rags, man, we try to get that filthy rag clean the fuck up. We try to get that thing spot so we can get that too found blameless.
Yeah, because y'all shot him, he come as that judge, man. You know what I'm saying? Having that power to judge and that judgment seat, we won't be a pardon. We appeal in that judgment seat to where, man, he had mercy upon us, man, to deliver us. Not to, man, no destruction. No, say man, majority of these people, man, hey man, 2/3. No, they gonna get destruction, man. But hey man, we just hold, hey man, we fall as that the elect, man, that be pardoned all the way to the end, to where we receive salvation. You got it.
Let's get that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1.
I don't know.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found him in peace, without spot or blameless.
Be found without spot and blameless. All right, that's how you would like to be found when the Lord returns. Because when the Lord returns, the Lord is looking. He's looking to see who is to be found blameless. All right, as we brought out at the beginning, Revelation 22. All right, he's coming back with that reward. So in order for him to give that reward, he has to see who is going to. Well, he's always been seeing it. We know that the Lord's eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun. So he's seeing everything. All right, we got angels all about seeing what niggas is going. God, and he camped around us, in the midst. If it was two or three in the midst, there I am in the midst of rough paraphrase. But
I got some.
kind of, what we just brought out the 2 Peter.
2 Peter 3 and 14. You finished it? I'm going to look at verse 15.
That's 15? Yeah. No, we could scratch it. Let's get that Isaiah 2.
This is Isaiah 2 and verse 2. And it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the tops of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, that all nations shall flow unto it.
Keep up.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, teach us of his ways. And we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
So everything is going to be flowing how it needs to flow. All right. And how does it need to flow? Everything needs to be flowed through Israel. All right. It has to be flowed through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the wisdom I should understand, is the filter of keeping everything in order, of keeping the world clean, keeping people's minds clean. All right, keeping specifically our minds clean, because fuck these other nations. All right, but it's the purpose, and the whole duty of the Lord, why he had these things orchestrated the way he did, But it talks about again of the nations flowing unto us, all right, to receive, the understanding. All right, even though they're not going to get it 100% because they're still going to be in the flesh. And again, the wages of sin is death, and the flesh brings along sin. If you could complete that math equation, you're good. All right, but you can keep going.
This is verse 4, and it says, And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And this is a precept, if you didn't know, just to knock out that function of if that's even a word, of these damn devils in our land right now, man. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't they got something called World War III going on right now? Don't they got nations still picking up their modern day swords, still blowing shit up around here? All right, so therefore, that's not the people, the true, Israelites in the land. All right, but again, it says, and he should judge among the nations, and should rebuke many people, and they should beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks, and nations shall not lift the sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. The only blood and guts that are going to be getting spilled is the blood and guts from you goddamn devils, from us having fun, of putting you fucking devils back into captivity. Right? All right, but other than that, it ain't gonna be no World War IV. It's not gonna be no civil war of the northern tribe and the southern tribe again. All right, we're not gonna split no more. All right, it's not gonna be none of these no man lands and trench warfares and jet planes and airplane fighters. None of that, man. All of this stuff is going to be completely done away with. All right, and that's part of that rest that we're going to get in our kingdom. All right, part of that reward of rest is no war. All right, we don't want to see war. We don't want to see our people fall no more. All right, we wasn't put here to die ultimately. All right, we ultimately were put here to serve the Lord, man, and live in everlasting peace and glory and give praises to the Lord. That's how simple things could have been from the beginning. But again, the Lord had this thing go high and win, and now we have something to fight for. All right, so we can use that entire story as motivation now for something to push towards. But I think that was it on that Isaiah. Anybody got any other precepts? Well, I saw those. You got it. You got something? You got it? You good? Okay. You got it.
It's Revelation 2 and 27. It started at 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
One more time.
Revelation 2 and 26. And he that will overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
Until the end, all right? You have to keep those works until the end, all right? We're not getting to the 1 yard line and fumbling. We're not getting into the free throw line with a one shot to make and missing that thing, man. We try to stay focused. We stay focused and we finish the job. It's a reward at the end, all right? And that's the motivation, all right? The Lord has promised us His penny, all right? If brothers want to get that parallel too, no, not the talent. You said 20. Come. But continue, Bobby.
Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and a vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
A rod of iron, all right? Gonna have that yoke of iron placed around the goddamn neck. As you see, if you go look up the slavery pictures, Jake with that big ass yoke of iron around his goddamn neck. But boy, I'm gonna try to find something even worse. Jake out here, we constantly meditate terror on these devils every goddamn day, man. Anything that they do, we know that we can do it better, and we're gonna do it better. So this is gonna be even more gruesome for these goddamn devils once we get our lick back against y'all, man. You got it. Looks like we're gonna come back. Good. Go ahead.
This is just real quick, back in Revelation 16 and verse 15, it says, Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
What it says, blessed is he that read it. So,
Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth.
God, blessed is he that watcheth. All right. So knowing that the Lord is coming as a thief in the night, knowing that you need to be on your watchtower, knowing that you need to see all of these things happening before it transpires, or even have the spirit to understand these things happen before it transpires, you have to be on your watch to see the Lord coming back. Go ahead.
And keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
All right. To be naked. All right. To be naked is to be without the law, statute, commandment. All right. To be ultimately just wicked. To be found blameless. Not found blameless. To be found naked. Read that last part one more time. Yeah, Bible chart. Try to hold on.
It says, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
At least be naked, see his shame. That's good. James 1 and 12, Bible chart.
James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for which he is tried. He shall receive the crown of life. That is the Lord that promised to them that love him.
So receiving that crown of life, man, for us enduring through this temptation. All right? Because, we constantly being tempted here. All right? Being tempted in the flesh. Tempted of many things of not serving the Lord. But we know that that's Satan. We know that that's one of his devices. All right? We know that walking away from the Lord is instant death. All right? So knowing these things in your head, you have to rebuke those thoughts. All right? You have to know that I have to continue to endure through the temptation. No matter what, even if this shit hurt, no matter if I'm going through it, for one, I know that I can get through it because the Lord got me going through it. All right, the Lord not gonna put it in front of my path if I can't go through it. So that's a green flag to have in your head to motivate you. All right, but it tells you again. Read it all the way through.
James 1:12. Blessed is this the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised them that love him.
When he is tried. All right, so it's going to come with being tried. All right, we know that we are the Jews of the Lord. We know we have to go through that furnace of fire to get the impurities cleaned off of us. All right, we know all of these things has to happen in order for us to receive our crowns. In Bible chart, I believe that's Corinthians 2. Flesh can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. Bible chart. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man.
Come on, man. That's one of my favorite precepts too, because come on, man, that ain't the Lord's business right there. All right, the Lord ain't got nothing to do with tempting you to do evil, because the Lord can't be tempted with evil. All right, that's literally Satan's job. His job is to tempt you. His job is to do the works on the left side. All right, doesn't mean that he's against the Lord. That means he's following the duty of the Lord. But still, the point being is that the Lord, you can't say that. All right, that if I was tempted of the Lord. The Lord didn't. The Lord fucked over me and did this and that and third. Nah, man, the Lord can't be tempted.
I got appreciate that back in.
You got it.
It's Sirach 15 verse 20. He have commanded no man to do wickedly, neither have he given any man license to sin.
Yeah, no man has license to sin, man. All right, so no matter which way you put it, these church houses trying to spin, with sin and come as you are, this and that and that. Nah, hell nah. Clean yourself up, be born again. Have your mind clean, Fuck that other bullshit that the church is teaching, man. Yeah, what?
Now that was it. Yeah, basically backing up, bro. Like, hey, basically, we being tempted, you know what I'm saying, of evil, of wickedness, man. Hey, Lord, that's not a Lord giving you permission.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to go off, man.
Yep.
Nah, man, we're supposed to use that, man. We're supposed to rebuke that, man.
Right.
Do the commandments, man. Yeah. Do these works. You got it.
Yeah, correct your thoughts, because before you go again, man, the Lord can be so fired with these things, like, because after he'll do something like this, after he'll give you a precept like that, he'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
He show you somebody in the scripture that this happened to him, and he got over it.
Yeah. I always say, yeah, if you fail that test, hey, man, you can't blame the Lord for it, man.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
Come on, man. And they got niggas that do that shit in the world, man. Jake do something stupid and try to blame you for doing it. Like, no, I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Bro, this was your fault. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't put a gun to your head.
One more verse that back brothers up in James.
Yeah.
James 1:14. Whatever man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
Of his own lust, of his own enticement. All right? So, again, the Lord just said that it's not me. It's you.
It's you.
It's you. So that's your own lust. You couldn't get your lust under control. All right? You never tried to put that old man into subjection. All right? You let that old man run wild and free, and now he is a motherfucker. Now he is a treacherous, fleshly, demon, affecting you in your everyday life, just because you didn't put yourself, in order. You thought you had license to sin. You thought that the Lord was all cool with sinning, because what they teach in the churches, the Lord died for our sins. He died for us to sin, basically, which makes no goddamn sense at all, But,
yeah, really, you want to do it in a sense. So yeah, if you ain't want to do that, you'll cast that away, man. You rebuke that, quick.
Right.
But you wanted to do it though.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
You got it.
Sirach 12:16. Sirach 12:6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will pay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
We keep them for the mighty day of their punishment. Come on, that's scary in itself, man. Imagine doing so much sinning that you think that everything is cool just for the Lord to be saving that perfect moment just to catch you with it. Like the Lord, bro, the Lord is scary, bro. This is a demon-like power. We are still dealing with Alashai. Dude, people gotta remember that. This is our power who said that he's not coming back for peace. He's coming back with a sword. All right, so you gotta remember this, man. You know. Who would you read?
Read it one more time. Okay. Sirach 12 and 6. For the Most High hate of sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Okay, punishment. You got it. Well, you go to we get him to.
This is 2 Corinthians 16 and 77. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins, and covered with their iniquities, like a field that is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof is covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. When I brought that out, just to back up what he brought out in this Sirach. You're gonna keep sinning, the Lord gonna let you sin, but he's gonna destroy you for it. But you got it out. God.
This is at 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither do corruption inherit incorruption.
So flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so therefore we cannot take these bodies. All right, because again, these bodies is wretched. These bodies is corrupted. You know, and there's just nothing good that can come about. You know. But what it said? Continue.
It says, behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
We should all be changed. You know, another precept for those new bodies that we're going to get, along with the new covenant being in the inward parts, along with us being like Yahushua, you know, along with us being joint heirs, and you know, so on and so forth, being in those celestial bodies. All right, what it mentioned again?
It says, we should not all sleep, but we all should be changed.
We should be changed. All right, again, changed into that celestial bodies, you know, that's full of glory. You know? But you got something? Let's dive. You got it.
This is kind of passing for me.
You can just bring it up.
This is Proverbs 25 and verse 28. It says, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
A city that's broken down with no walls. Because what's the point of having walls around a city? It's for defense. Yeah. All right. So a man that has no control over himself is equal to a city with no walls. All right. Which means that you're in the goddamn wrong, man. All right. You need to have control of yourself. You need to have control of yourself. You need to, again, keep that old man into subjection. That's how you keep yourself under control. That's how you be a disciple. That's how you be a disciple of Yahweh Shai, maintaining that discipline. All right, and the discipline to again keep your hands on the plow and continue to work. All right, knowing that again we brought out earlier, you know, about being weary. Knowing that shit, we all weary. You know, you ain't the only brother that's tired. All right, and I remember the Elder Ariala did a lesson on that. And you can't have that. And this is not the title of this specific lesson, but the basis of it was like not that woe is me spirit, all right? Because every day, you know, no brother is 100% every day of how long we've been pushing this thing. Every day out the week, some brother gonna feel some type of sick, some type of tired, some type of hurt, some type of unmotivated, just don't feel like doing nothing, all right? But knowing that the job has to get done, all right? That's the mindset that you gotta have. It has to get done no matter what. You know? You got it.
God, this is just real quick, just to back you up. This is Galatians 6 and verse 8. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Yeah. It's like, read that one more time and stop at the corruption.
God, this is Galatians 6 and 8. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
So if you sow to the flesh, you're going to reap of the flesh corruption. All right, that's the outcome of being in that spirit, you know, of being of the flesh, you know, not being of the spirit, you know. You got it.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
You should reap life everlasting. All right. So one of them you're going to reap death, and one of them you're going to reap life everlasting. All right. So hearken into the spirit, man. You know, remain in the spirit. Remain in under the wings of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. You know, we left the congregation of the dead for a reason, man. Just to be full of this breath of life. All right. You got it. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 9, and it says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
There we go with that weary again. You know, we shall reap in due season if we faint not. All right. I'm thinking about the other one, Sirach. It's like bring it. Brother got a precept so I can find this real quick. Go ahead, bring it up real quick.
This is James 1:21, and it says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness and grafted word, which is able to save your souls.
You got it,
God, and pretty much, you know, that's the doing of putting off that old man. You got to lay apart all those filthy and useless, you know, thoughts of the world, man. Because if you put that away and you take heed to this word, it's able to save your soul. Everything that's being put in this Bible is able to keep you in straits, you know.
You got it.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 12, and it reads, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and consider that goeth two ways.
Go ahead.
Verse 13, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
So we start off with verse 12, it's saying, woe be to the fearful hearts and the faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Right? The sinner that goeth two ways is somebody that's trying to play the fence. And no such thing as playing the fence with the Lord. You either with it or you're not. All right? And that's plain and simple. If you're not, you're an enemy. If you're with it, you're a brother. All right? But it says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. All right? So if you don't think this is the truth, man, you don't think this is the truth, you don't believe in this thing, hey, stay where you are. All right? If you don't believe that your salvation comes through, is going to come through the chariots, you know, through these clouds, you know, spoken of in the scriptures, you know, which we know to be chariots, or which you know to be UFOs. All right. If you don't believe these things, and you don't believe that the Lord again is coming back to save you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, this ain't for you, man. Therefore, should he not be defended? The Lord is not going to defend you in those times. All right. You don't believe in this? I'm not going to defend you. Plain and simple. All right. But verse 14 says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? All right. So that's what we're not trying to do. All right. We're not trying to lose patience. We're not trying to grow weary here at these end times. All right. Because if you go weary at these times, bro, come on, man. Again, I'm thinking of a picture of you brothers probably seen this picture. It was two men with the picking axe, and they picking through the cave. And as they pick him through the cave, you see one is this goddamn close, like one more hit, and he gonna get the diamond. He gonna get the reward. But he quit right there before he took that last hit. And they got somebody else that's right behind him that you see in his fucking eyes that he know that diamond is right there. All right? You want to be in that spirit of trying to get that goddamn diamond. All right? Because that moment that you get there and you know the Lord gonna give you that vision too. He gonna show you that, hey, look how close you were. You was almost there. You was almost there, and you quit right there. And that's gonna be part of that. Some men waking up to that everlasting shame. Daniel 12 and 2. You know, you don't want to be up there, man. That's scary in itself too. You know.
No, fast. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Yeah, like you said, brother, like we gotta hold fast what we have, man. This belief, this faith that we have, man. We gotta hold on to it. You know, this word. You know? and let nobody take it away from us, man. Even ourselves, you know, because we can see it, man. That reward that we be talking about, it's closely to us, man. It's nearer to us, for us to receive, to us to retain. So why quit now, man? We were close towards that finish line.
Right.
You got it.
Yeah. You know, brothers mentioned too, you know, especially if you pass the halfway point. Anybody, I don't care what it is. If I'm driving in the car, if I'm walking, if I make it past the halfway point and I turn around and I see that I gotta go all the way back that way, I'm not gonna do it. If I could just finish walking this way and it's a shorter walk, I'm gonna finish walking this way. It makes sense, you know? But who should I do? I feel like I just told you. But yeah, I did Revelation.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
You know, backing up the point of the Lord not dealing with people on the fence, man. All right, you have to be completely grounded in the Lord if you want the Lord to deal with you, man. Ain't no half stepping with this thing, man. No half stepping. If you want to serve the Lord, do it. If you're not, don't do it. All right. They got the scripture roughly paraphrasing. If brothers want to get it, it was better not to know. Basically saying that it was better not to know this truth rather than be a part of it and leave it.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. It's it'll be for you not to taste this good gift. Roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, we'll just get it.
Bobby said, yeah. Wait, was that it?
That was
Yeah.
Just to back up what you got, what you had him get. So this James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Okay.
So like, what?
Huh.
I'm listening.
You know what I said?
Yeah.
This James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right. To be double-minded means that you have no no stable foundation. That was no type of firm. You know, you're not grounded. You know, but it says unstable in all his ways. All right, that's somebody pretty much that you can't trust. If somebody can't commit to something, if they're unstable and they just can't get the job done, that's pretty much somebody that you don't want working for you. All right, because as we, I kind of mentioned earlier with the parable of us working for that penny. All right, somebody that has that work ethic of not finishing the job, they're not going to get that penny. They're not even going to get even looked at for the job. The Lord has the people who are going to receive that penny there for a reason, because He knows those people are going to be the people that's going to finish. You know. But that was it on that one. You can get that. Was that Hebrews correct?
Is the one you
No, 2 Peter 2, huh?
Yeah.
That's it.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they had known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
And that's what 2/3 of our people have done. All right? 2/3 of our people have known these things and have forsaken them. All right? But the 1/3, the elect, ultimately, we heard these things and we hearkened into the Lord. Right? So we are established in this thing, man. All right? And we don't want to go nowhere else. All right? 2/3 of our people, they still think it's grass green on the side. They still think that it's some type of fairy tale out there that's better than this and better than the kingdom. All right? The kingdom is not on the sights of 2/3 of our people. All right?
It's really, it's talking about the fallouts, man.
Yeah.
Which when you go out to verse 20, it tell you those that did came to the truth. They escape out on the wickedness of this world. Yeah. And for them to turn back to that, after they've been being this truth, it's awful, man. It really is stupid in a sense. Cause they're like, wow, what's there to go back to, man? But destruction. You got it.
It's kind of fitting with that Jeremiah, of our people pretty much, forsaking when it talks about the fountains of living water versus the what did he use as a cistern? A cistern. All right, yeah, using the other gods as a cistern and being somebody that our people, hearken into that really has no benefit for them. All right, but that's the benefit that 2/3 of our people, because men that were actually of the elect once upon a time, who have fallen in this truth, they have fallen into becoming a 2/3 now, just by falling away from this thing, What I say?
Sure, really, that was 2/3.
They were
Yeah,
two-thirds
yeah, that was
in the
2/3 first beginning.
They
Cause
just
yeah,
did
cause
it
yeah,
work.
like scripture say, yeah,
Yeah.
if they was of us,
Yeah.
they don't know. Hey, roughly paraphrase that First John. Yeah,
You can get that.
yeah, I'm about to get it. Yeah,
Oh, sure.
I'm about to get it.
Come.
Damn, what was that?
See, you got it. Now you can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
This 2 Timothy 3, it starts at verse 14. But continue thou in the thing which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, Lord, to whom thou hast learned it.
To the things that we have learned and assured of. All right? And I'm assured of this truth. Man. I'm assured of the scriptures. I'm assured of the Yahweh Shai. All right? So it tells you to what? Read for the top again?
2 Timothy 3 and 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, Lord, of whom thou hast learned it.
So not only did we learn these things from our elders and apostles first and foremost through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, but again. Yeah, that's very much. Nah, this is a bad.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
2 Timothy.
Read it again from the Revelation.
All right, 2 Timothy 3 and 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, Lord, of whom thou hast learned it.
All right, yeah. So, pretty much been taught these things, from our elders and apostles, through the Holy Spirit. All right, and the Lord is encouraging us to continue. All right, we have learned these things already. We're continuing to learn even more. So, again, why is the Lord telling you to continue in these things? Because these are a part of the keys of our salvation. As long as we continue in these things, man, we're going to be found blameless, man. And we got to believe that.
Yeah, what scripture say? He that do it to the end, the same shall be saved. Yep. That's free, bro. I got that pre-real fast. Yeah, just going. Yeah, kind. Was hey man, this was we was talking about earlier how like those that fall out, what I'm saying? They was the 2/3 anyway, man. This is our 1 John chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be manifest that they were not all of us.
So it was manifest, that they were going to fall out, and it had to be shown that they were never of us from the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, because if you were of the Lord and you were doing the works of the Lord, you were going to remain in the congregation of doing the works of the Lord.
Yeah, we start off that Luke 9:6 they were not fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
This is 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in worship of Yahweh. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh.
Brief point is stopping at unmovable.
It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always bound in the work of Yahweh.
The stony ground. Not being immovable, man. We gotta be firm, man. Again, firm in grounded, because the Lord tells us, having the Lord as a foundation is like setting your foundation on a rock. All right, but having your foundation anywhere else but the Lord is going to be likened unto sand, man. All right, which has no solid foundation, no structures. All right, that can be overwhelmed and taken at any moment, by any type of wind, water, or any type of just condition, But And it says, Con, your labor is not in vain. All right. So we know that it's a reward behind our labor. All right. Thus said the Lord. All right. Um, did brother get that? I told you to get the stone ground parable. Did anybody get that opinion? Bring the Matthew 20. Get that brother start Matthew 20. You can go real quick and do it.
This is just Hebrews 10 and verse 35. It says, "Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise."
All right, read it again and stop at the comment.
God, it says, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, you might receive the promise."
Keep reading.
Keep reading. Oh, that was in the, it says, "Cast not away therefore your confidence."
Yeah. Cast not away therefore your confidence. All right, which we know confidence, goes back into having faith. All right, so cast not your faith away. All right, because what's the reward of maintaining your faith? Through the end. You got it.
Continue, verse 37. It says, "For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him."
So the just should live by faith. Our daily doings is 100% guided by faith, man. We walk and move by faith. All right, but read the last part again.
My soul shall have no pleasure in him.
My soul should have no pleasure into anybody that thinks that they can walk away from the Lord. All right, I called you to do this work, and you think you can walk away from it? Again, another slap in the face. So therefore, you need to be destroyed. All right, you got it.
Says, "But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul."
One more time.
"But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul."
We are not them that draw back into the kingdom. All right, we're not drawing back into the world. We're not looking for whatever color that pill was in Matrix to was it the red pill or the blue pill? It was the blue pill that the dude took.
Oh, you talking about Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to take them.
Yeah, whichever pill it was to keep him in that fantasy world. That's not what we're trying to see, man. All right, we're trying to we're trying to receive our crowns, man. At the end of the day, But I think that was it. Did I tell you? Yeah, Peter. That's what it was. And yeah, we got the stone room, we got the pennies, and then we got the Peter. You said, you got the penny. Oh, so like you got the penny. Let's get the penny, and then let's get the stone. I thought you said Peter. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew 20 and verse 1. "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers unto his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way." Verse 5. "And again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, Because there is no man that hath hired us. He said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive it. So when evening was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto the steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. When they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should receive more. They,
So the first, read that part. You see more?
but when the first came, they supposed that they should receive more.
So we got that the first came that started to receive more, and the ones that came in at the 11th hour, all right? Everybody's still here about to receive that same thing, okay? Because it was part of the agreement, all right? So keep going.
And they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, these lads that wrought the one,
You good? Yeah,
these
you
lads
good.
that wrought but 1
Huh?
hour, thou hast made them equal unto us,
Oh,
which have borne the burden of the heat of the day.
hold on. You still ready, brother?
Yes.
Well,
This,
you got a son?
this Matthew 20 and verse 12, saying that these lads wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have bore the burden of the heat of the day.
Hey, where? Come on. I put it on isolation mode. Go ahead. All right, son.
Matthew 20 and verse 13. But he answered one of them and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst thou agree with me for a penny?
Says good.
Take that thine ear and go thy way. And I will give unto thee the land, even unto thee. It is not lawful for me to do what I will with my own. Is thy eye evil, because I am good? So let the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. For many be called, but few chosen.
Many were part of few chosen. All right. Again, furthermore, lacking in the purposes of the blessing. All right. We have few workers, here doing the work of the Lord, man. All right. But the job will be done ultimately. All right. And every man will receive their just pay. All right. And you can't get mad at the brothers that's coming in, at the 11th hour and they're making in that parable. All right. Because again, everybody has agreed to do the work. All right. To receive that pay. All right. Which is your time. All right. Well, I think that was good. You know what? That was good. Come. Give the Tony Brown. Anybody just yeah. It's Mark 4, verse 3 says, Hearken, behold, there went out a sword, and it came to pass as the sword, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up. And so fell on stony ground where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of earth. It had no depth of earth. All right, so that stony ground not having a solid foundation. Okay, keep going. But when the sun was it was scorched, and because it had no roots, it withered away. And it withered away because it wasn't grounded. Okay. And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit. It yielded no fruit. All right, so it ultimately never accomplished. All right. And then and others fell on the good one and did yield fruit that spring up and increase and brought forth some 30 and some 60 and some 100. And that's what the plant was supposed to do. Okay, it's supposed to fall on that good ground.
All right, so now that it fell on the good ground, it sprang up that good fruit, it increased, it brought forth some 30, some 60, and some 100. All right, but again, having that ground is planted through your house by your own child. This is the point of you bringing on these terrorists. All right, not the stony ground. All right, not where it doesn't have any foundation, where the plant can't do it, where it, can do the things that it needs to do. All right, but it has to be in a good ground so it can flourish and can do what the will of it needs to be done. And what's that fruit that represents the elect? So basically, everything that we're doing, right, a teaching word, and more so applying it, we gotta do it for the application of the elect, man, and ourselves too. You got it. During the whole day, calling the big election to us. Yeah, one time. Second Peter 1:10. Wherefore the wrath of brethren is diligent to make the calling the election sure. So if you do these things, you should never fail. You should never fail. All right? You should never fail if you doing the work of the Lord to make your calling and your election sure. All right? So again, we know the things that we need to do. And God has given us the things that we need to do. According to our salvation. You put in Second Peter chapter 1, verse 10, wherefore the wrath of brethren is diligent to make the calling the election sure. So if he doing these things, he should never fail. He should never fail. All right? Con. No, you got it. But yeah, again, yeah, we should never fail, man. If we pretty much, make our call and election sure. So keeping the first things first, doing the work of the Lord, being brotherly, maintaining that faith at the end of the day. All right. Hey, brothers got any precepts y'all want to get off? Con, you got it. Hold on, deck for me.
I think it's back on.
Noise cancellation also is back on.
Yo. Go ahead.
Anybody remember what when they cut off at?
No. Want to read it again?
This is Sirach 39 and 1 again. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Hey, if I could say right there, you know, by meditating, you're going to be occupied in a prophecy, as the brother just mentioned. Hold on, real bro. Testing. Yo. I'm gonna change it on. I'm gonna change it on. Close it, dude. Yeah. Testing. Testing. You good? You good.
Sirach 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
So being occupied in prophecy. All right. So you meditating on the precepts, meditating on the kingdom. All right. That's going to keep you occupied of working towards it. All right. If your mind is not what it tells you, you know, where your heart is, or is where your treasure will be also. So if your mind is locked in on the truth, and again, the ordinances of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, again, it's going to keep you at that peace and ultimately lead you to receiving your crown. Okay.
And back in at Revelation 19, where the angel told John, you know, the spirit of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
Said being occupied in prophecies, because what? These prophecies tell us of the things to
got
come
that song for me?
doing the work and being meditated in the works thereof.
John.
He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
John. The renowned men. All right. We have teachers like we have had elders and apostles, you know, that has been, you know, preaching, you know, long before us, man. 10, 20 years before brothers even came into this thing, man. All right. And that's through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that these our elders and apostles are preaching these things, and us hearkening to him, hearkening to our elders and apostles. Salakia.
I think y'all said y'all brought up that parable of the laborers.
Yep.
Getting
the penny.
We're all going to receive the same penny.
Yep.
You know, the apostles were out here first, preaching for decades. And, you know, we came in, you know, decades later.
Yep.
But we're all working towards that same reward. And we're all going to receive that same reward if we endure.
And again, you know, bringing in that point even more, you know, you can't have that nigga mindset of hating, pretty much. Yeah. You hating on brothers that's been striving in the truth before you. Nah, you can't hate this thing, man. Because again, we all agreed on that one penny. So regardless of what comes about within that one penny, that's the reward we're going to get. So you got it. So be happy with your reward. You got it.
What did Paul say? You know, Apollos waters, the Paul planted, but everything coming from the Lord.
Con.
So at the end of the day, everything is coming from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the reward, the penny, the kingdom, the prophecies. So there's no reason for us to boast or look down on another man out here. If they're all doing the work, you know, righteously, they're all going to receive the same reward.
Con. If I could say too, I remember earlier in my walk of the truth, you kind of explained this precept to me when Jake was trying to understand what that one penny really meant, of knowing that, you know, every man getting their just reward, but, you know, the men that has been doing that works before, what you explained to me is that, yeah, the elders apostles, they might have a bigger lot because the works that they did. But you never know. Another man who's probably, you know, came in lesser later than the elders apostle might have a bigger lot. But every man still, that's their penny that they are going to get.
Well, get 1 Corinthians 15:24. It say every man after his own order.
Yep.
And you didn't label like the way you label, the Lord gonna reward you accordingly. And he used a penny. The penny is a metaphor.
Right.
Because really a penny is valueless almost.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're gonna get is actually priceless.
Right.
Because you can't really like a penny you use. What can you really use a penny for?
Nothing.
But he said that's what we're gonna receive. So
Right.
really what we're gonna have, it ain't gonna have a price. It's gonna be priceless.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beyond value.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Because he could have used another sand, but he
Right.
said everybody gonna just get a penny
Yeah.
that they work for.
Yep.
But it's really about what? The ultimate reward.
Gone.
You
With
know,
the
it's about the
crown.
reward itself.
Yep.
And that's what? Everything.
Yep.
Technically. Yeah, you got it.
If I can ask you, because the
First Corinthians 15 and like 20.
Mm.
was it, a day's wages?
Yeah.
So why would he tell him, oh, you're going to get a day's
You're gonna get a
wages?
dead wage.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, come on, brother. It's the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You're going to get everything our hearts desire.
It's basically it's like it's priceless. It's like a metaphor.
Time.
Gone.
Got it? It should be Corinthians 15 and 20. Yeah, like and his own order 22. Where you at? I'm right here. 20? 23. Y'all say 20.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 23. It says, but every man in his own order,
Yep.
Hamashiach the first fruit, afterward they that are Hamashiachs
Yeah.
at his coming.
So every man gonna get rewarded according to what the Lord have in his will.
Mhm.
And if you receive everything, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, when that man has everything, it's just according to his labors. All right. So he labored, the Lord woke you up at a certain time. You came in at a certain time, so you get the reward. But your reward won't be as the apostle reward, because what? That's his reward.
Right.
All right, but your reward is gonna suffice you on what you did.
Yeah.
You know,
And the
you got one?
if I can say real quick, the point of the matter, man, is like, you know, the brothers always say, man, even if I'm a doorman, man, Jake,
You got the key.
I got the kingdom. Hey, I could be 144,000 of the judges selected. I'm okay with that.
If all my brothers rich, if you doing it as well,
Yes.
I'm rich too.
Yes.
Just technically.
Come on, man.
When you look at it, all right, all my brothers are rich, and then we're in the kingdom of heaven where we all love we all united again.
You rich too. Yes.
You know, so they
You-
get greater later, man.
Do you think in a kingdom that the body all of a sudden breaks up? We in the body here now striving for the work. So I guess we get to the kingdom and no more body. We don't roll as one no more.
What that brother said, hey, if I'm a why get the spiritual power, then I'm gonna run behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you got it, brother. We
Yeah.
good. It don't matter who gets it. It's all about getting the kingdom of heaven.
Gone.
That's why they were like, even though you know he stand at the night hour, why stand ye idle? Like, just get the kingdom of heaven, then all these things gonna be added unto you.
Right.
When you seek the righteousness. So we good, man.
Hey,
Tyler, you got it.
if I can just say real quick, you know, you got the books like Isaiah, Jeremiah, but then it talks about what? Those 100 prophets, Obadiah hit, you don't know their names, but they're coming back and they're all going to receive their reward. They're all going to be in that number. So if you don't that number, if you want to you think it's like a nigger if you're like, oh, I don't want to be 139, 98,000. Like,
And when you have everything you want, You don't think about what another man had.
I got it.
So they don't have with his reward. The law, like I rewarded you with everything.
Yeah.
You don't think like, well, what he got? I want more. We ain't gonna be no niggas no more.
Right.
What the brother may have got more than you. That's what he like. That's what he like. You got less, but you got less. Everybody, everybody's everything.
Yeah. God.
Y'all get the reward. That's Esau's thing.
You know, Galatians 2 and 12. Yeah. So, and behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be.
Hey, we started the lesson off with that precept. I want to say that was the first or the second precept that came. That was the second precept that came out. But the Lord is coming back with a reward, man. All right, and He's coming back to give that reward to you niggas, and He's coming back to give that reward to His men. All right.
Reward.
Con. You gotta understand, you know, what the rewards is that the Lord is bringing here. All right, which the brother about to bring out what the definition of that word reward is.
With the word reward in the online etymology, it says what one deserves.
Yeah.
Just desserts.
Yeah. What one deserves. So do you deserve an ass whooping or do you deserve a crown? All right. And many men deserve an ass whooping. You got it.
It says the meaning, return or payment for service, hardship, something given in recognition of merit, virtue, etc., and prize.
So that's your reward. That's your recompense. That's what you're going to be paid.
It's going to say that.
Yep.
It says also sometimes punishment, recompense for evil doing.
Sometimes punishment for evil doing. All right. And it's a lot of evil and wickedness being done here in this world. All right. This world is consumed with wickedness. So therefore, a lot of people are going to die. Thus said the Lord. Okay. Was that in on that?
Yeah, that's good.
You
still want that?
Yeah, we could get that that Psalms to back up Ryan, that's the rock that he had.
All right. This is Psalms 119 and verse 15. It says, I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways.
I will meditate, you know, pretty much backing up what the brother brought out, you know, us meditating on these precepts, you know, ultimately to keep us at peace, you know, ultimately keep us, you know, ready for the times of trouble. Okay, because that's what we need. We need Yahweh Shem Shah. We need faith. All right. And we need to be at peace, you know, in order to make it through these times of Jacob's trouble, as I just said. But you want to say something, Kalai?
We was looking at that word meditate online etymology. Real quick, just a couple points that was in it. It says to reflect, to consider, to take appropriate measures. It says to plan in the mind, and it's the point, to employ the mind through thought of contemplation. So our mind must be employed to the truth, man. Right? In order to what? To earn those that penny.
You can read the definitions up to the appropriate measure again.
Your spirit influenced that. That's why we constantly exercise ourselves in the worship and it enhance your meditation. But it's like how you worshiping. What are you doing? How you putting forth your walk, your reverence, the things you consider, right? That influence your spirit, man, to actually constantly meditate and reading, praying, all those things are attributes to it, man. It contributes to that, you know, as an influence.
Yeah. Yep.
It says to engage in mental contemplation.
There you go.
It says to think over, to reflect, to consider. And then it goes into to plan in the mind.
The plan in the mind. All right. Even though all of these things are already planned out, everything is already in motion of what the Lord has happening. All right. But again, you know, with the wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times, man. All right. So the Lord said that for a reason, for us to meditate on these things. All right. He gave us what we brought out in, I believe there was that Luke of him not leaving us comfortless. Was that Luke? I know it was it John. I know it was
14.
Slack. Yeah, I know it was red letters for sure. Yeah, how Shah was speaking. But again, the Lord was not going to leave us comfortless. He left us the Spirit. He left us a play-by-play booklet of what to do, of keeping ourselves focused, keeping our eyes.
I'm here.
Bring it up.
And it's a red letter, John 14 and 18.
I will not leave you comfortless.
Mm-hmm.
I will come to you.
All right, and it came out again. All right, because being comfortless is being to not have that comfort is to be without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. To have the comfort is to be with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So the Lord again has given us that spirit here and that peace of mind. All right, a peace of mind is starting to become a rare thing to find here in this hell, man. All right, because we got what, World War III in a midst. All right. And that thing's still vamping up even more and still has room to vamp up even more. All right. We still have Jacob's trouble that still needs to reach that climax level. We still need a lot of more blood and chaos. So in the midst of all of these things still happening, somebody has to be in a stable mind to get the job done, to complete prophecy of what the Lord said was going to happen, of the righteous scarcely being saved in the times of trouble. All right. Oh, Kalaki.
Yeah, I just I put in why do people meditate? Because you brought out, the word meditate. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It says people meditate primarily to reduce stress, manage anxiety, improve emotional health, and enhance self-awareness. And you made a point that Yahweh Shai, he's our comforter. He left his spirit with us to be that comforter. And then we meditate therein to reduce our stress, to have a peace of mind. Like you said, we got Jacob's trouble coming. We got 2/3 of our people about to die. We got World War III coming. That's stressful. On the mind, if you don't have a comforter. So that's why we meditate in it.
It even goes into I believe it's in Isaiah when it talks about in the times of Jacob, it's not gonna say Jacob's trouble, but a man should be a cover from like tempest. Yeah, Baba Gashah. But that's the value of a man of a man of the Lord is going to be like in that time. All right, to be a cover away from a tempest. If I'm not mistaken, a tempest is like a crazy like hurricane or heavy winds and storm. You got it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
If all of those things right there that was explained, that's the what people would say is a green flag. It's a shelter. It's something you see it. You notice you see those things, and it should instantly light joy to you when you see these things. And that's what it's going to be like when you see a man of the Lord in that time of trouble. All right, he's going to stand out like no other, because why? He's going to be at peace. He's going to be already in these times, this grace period that we're in. He's going to have been the one that was meditating on the precepts thereof. All right, he's going to be the one ultimately, Lord willing, they're going to be found blameless that was doing the works.
One chapter over. 30. Let me read 3 right quick.
It's
Isaiah 32:3. It says, "In the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken." It's Isaiah 33:6. "And the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue, and the strength of salvation." The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure.
The fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is his treasure. That's a treasure that again, a gift that the Lord has parted us here. All right, to know that we have a power, to know the names of the power to call on. All right, to know all the things that we need to know about our power, and to know that he's going to come back and save us. Come on, man, that's all we need. Okay. Let's go to where we go.
This is 29 chapter.
So like,
It's John 8 and 31, and it reads, "Then said Yahweh to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed." That's the point. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And go ahead.
Make your point. I want you to read it again.
I was just saying, I brought that out. I can show you that this truth gives you the ease, that this world does not give you. All right, we troubled by all sorts of things. All the affairs of this life, right? Different, like you say, World War III ramping up, things of that nature. But we understand why these things are happening, and that comforts the soul. That soothes the soul.
And that's you got me thinking about the precept that the Lord said, roughly paraphrasing. I tell you these things before they spring forward, so you may believe.
46.
But But yeah, the Lord told us all of these things, you know, through the scriptures, and for us to have this understanding now, for us, our faith to be increased even more in these times. So now we believe even more because we see that World War III was spoken of in the scriptures. We see that these things has been being spoken of the past, you know, couple of 50, you know, years or whatever. So, and these things are coming to pass right in front of us right now.
Now, I want to say this. People feel uncertain,
Right.
and they fear the things in which they don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's that of fear when you know what's going to happen?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why the Lord gave us these things. Not saying we're not going to be spooked in those days,
Mhm.
right? Because these are very real things in which we're reading about, but we're going to have to navigate through the midst of them. But we're not going to have that same type of fear that these people have. Right? They fear not knowing. God.
Brother, hold on deck. Proverbs 8 and 34. Sorry. 8 and 34, Baba Shah.
I got it. And I got it.
Right there.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull your rock. Give us some wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. For fear is nothing else
The train
but a
of the Lord.
betraying of the succors,
Huh.
which reason offereth. So, you know, fear is nothing but a lack of what the peace, you know, that reason offered, you know, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding shall be your stability. As Yahweh God said in the precept you brought up, that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Huh.
And
Start getting, last precept. Yeah.
real quick, it's that
Come. You gonna start one?
word.
You gonna one?
It's that word support
Yeah.
in the online, and I'm gonna briefly hit it. It says aid, help.
Mm-hmm.
It says assistance. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, what to help, hasten, right? To hasten to the aid of, right? And ultimately, who is our aid? Like,
Yahweh
that's, you know,
Yahweh.
that's Yahweh. So
Yeah.
ultimately, these people have been trained Yahweh, man.
God.
Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs 30. The name of the Lord is a strong
Strong tower.
Right?
Let's run through it. Yep.
Right.
Come. Yeah.
My bad.
That precept come out almost every week, brother. You got a precept? We've wanted.
13? 13? Yeah, I can read 13.
You good, Nahar? Precept? You good?
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 13. I read 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors, the aid, the help, which reason offereth, and the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
I was reading the GNT.
Con.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12 in the GNT. It says, fear is nothing but the failure to use the help that reason gives. And when you lack the confidence, what our confidence is what? It's our faith. So when you lack faith to rely on reason, you give into the fears caused by ignorance.
The ignorance, ignoring. Yeah.
Get about 14 and 20 for that. Got one for you.
You got it.
This Philippians 4, 7 and 8. It says in the peace, you got it? Go read it.
This is Sirach 14 and verse 20. It says, blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things and wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding.
Now, because, like you said, when a man mind betray him, that's because he's not, Yahweh Shai is not on his mind. He don't believe he can be saved. He don't believe that the Lord gonna protect him throughout everything, man. All right. So it says, blessed is the man that reason it. Read it again.
This is Sirach 14 and verse 20.
He don't know his comforter. And the comforter is the word. Who is the word?
Yahweh Shai.
So you just forgetting about Yahweh Shai on your mind.
Right.
And you just like, I'm spoken. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 14 and verse 20. It says, blessed is the man that do meditate good things and wisdom, and the reasoning of holy things by his understanding.
Who is wisdom? And Proverbs 8, Yahweh Shai say, I am wisdom and in prudence. So he like, look, when you reason on me, you're gonna be blessed.
Yep.
But when fear catch him, you like the ignorance of the reason. Like you lack the not, like or you forget right? Or you be ignorant or ignore Yahweh Shai, man. This, you betray him in the mind.
If I could add to you real quick, brother, in that sense of what the brother just mentioned of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua being that strong tower, that instance right there that your Sikora is betrayed, you basically, you run away from the tower. You run like what they say, like a chicken with your head cut off. You don't know where to go. And that's what happens when that fear sets in. If you know it, yeah, you break the head. If you know exactly what to do, if you have that fear of the Lord, you know exactly where to go, which is at that tower.
Hey, this is the last one. This Philippians 4:7. It says, in the peace of our power, which passeth all understanding. So there's a peace that passes understanding. And Yahweh Shai, the King of Peace. All right, his name is Malak Tazadah. All right, so he's that peace. He is that peace that give us that so we can make it in his kingdom, man. It says, shall keep your hearts and minds through the Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Now, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Think on these things, man. All right. Ultimately, man, the Lord has given us, the things that we need to think upon. All right. He gave us, and like you always like to go, he gave us everything that we need for our salvation. All right. And we have to know that. All right. We have to know where our help lies. Okay.
Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me do, and the power of peace shall be with you.
And the power of peace shall be with you. It ain't gonna betray you. All right. So again, man, what's the word of being not justified?
Here?
Nah, like what I'm dumping a word. Salaka.
Explain.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I'm thinking of the word too, but pretty much of Salaka, but it's gone already. It's gone. You got the precept, brother.
We just basically, like the brother said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Which that's really Yahweh Shai, because he's the author and finisher of our faith. So he got to finish it off if we have it. And it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. But in the last part of that precept, it says, and strength of salvation. So when you get weak-minded, right, it said, blessed is the man whose heart has not condemned him.
Yep.
That means you what? You fainted in the day of adversity. Your strength was small.
Yeah.
So you wasn't girded up with Isaiah 33:6, man, to be saved.
Yep.
You got to believe you're going to be saved through faith and escape the missiles, right? Or get taken up, at a time when all that's going on. You got to have faith. Because something, 10,000 gonna die to your left, to your right, but you ain't gonna be touched.
Right.
You're gonna have some incredible faith through that.
Yeah.
And the minute of the Lord, we gonna finish, man.
Yeah.
Because if we don't finish, then the elect is not sealed.
Right.
And what? If we of the number.
Yeah.
So we gotta finish, man. Think about finishing, bro. Y'all got it.
Yeah, and it's written on top of that.
It's written.
It will happen.
It will happen.
All right. Just how we did on the lesson yesterday. Regardless of if I'm not of that number, the elect will be sealed. Lord, well, I'm of that number. But again, no matter what, the elect will be sealed. Okay. Come. But we could get that precept.
Yeah, I got
You good?
precept to back Kaya.
Wrap it. Come. We're gonna shut
Just
it down.
quick one to back Kaya.
We gotta shut it down.
What's
Shut
that?
it down.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna shut it down. Hey, well, we pray that this live camp was edifying, trying to get out of here. We're going to give infinite honors and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakagodah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwat, you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. And a Bible Bob, Kwame Yasharal. Shalom.